Hi, everybody. I'm Molly Rubenstein with Artisans Asylum, a local makerspace in Somerville, Massachusetts. How many people in the audience actually have heard of Artisans Asylum? I'm curious. Fascinating. Just across the river. Not even. So what is it? What am I talking about? What is Artisans Asylum? What is a makerspace? What is it that we do? We are a community center and small business incubator for the fabrication industries. Basically, we're a co-working space with power tools. And it started as a very humble idea. Guy and Jen, in 2010, wanted a place where they could make stuff in their free time with their friends, and people kept showing up. And so it grew, and those people together, working collaboratively, have created a space which is now a 40,000 square foot facility, offering 9 different media to hundreds of members and thousands of students every year. And that movement, that growth, is because we think we're actually addressing some existing social problems. It's not just people who want to do a certain thing. It's that people are still out of jobs, or they're looking for more meaningful jobs. They want to be an entrepreneur. They want to do something themselves independently. And they're looking for interaction, real-world interaction with real people in real time, rather than just sitting at a computer and communicating with people over the internet. So what we do is we bring people into a collective environment where they can access the intelligence of others to make it easier for them to do difficult things, whether that's starting a business or just making a physical object or creating a relationship. And so we offer tools, we offer education in the use of those tools, we offer workspace that is designed specifically to promote interaction. You can see the low walls. And we use all of those things together to create a community. And the community portion is extremely rich. People find employees, they find collaborators, they find feedback, they find customers and other resources that they need in order to make their objective successful here in the space, and to enrich their lives. And we've seen a huge amount of impact from this work. So we've created jobs, small businesses, and independent contractors. We've affected the local economy in Somerville, actually bringing business to others. We see disruptive technologies come out of the space. So the world's first 3D printing pen, giant robots not funded by the military, and optometry, right? Optometry for the developing world. And we also see that we're changing lives. So people come to the space, they're inspired, they create relationships, they work with their hands. I spoke to someone recently who said he suffers with depression, and he finds that where his meds take weeks to really make a difference, he comes into Artisans Asylum, and within a few hours, he feels that same sort of uplift. And it's not just us. This is a worldwide movement. We're being asked multiple times every week by people starting spaces all over the world, oh, well, how did you do this? Can you help us? Do you want to get on the phone for an hour and talk about insurance? And it's, in part, we're getting those questions because we do things a little bit differently. We're very bootstrapped and a little anti-establishment, which is really attractive for these types of creative, innovative people. We have an extremely bootstrapped model. So we do a lot with very little, and we're playful, which people like. But in order to really successfully spread what we do to all of these people who want our help, we have to answer some questions, both on how to prove that what we think is happening is actually happening, that we're having the impact, that we think that this is, in fact, important. Also, to do what we do better, and to help us figure out how to help these other people create spaces, not just like ours, but in the way that we made ours. So to be more specific, how does this process of collaborating and creating actually impact people's performance? Do they create different things in our space than they would in their garage? And in what way? And does it affect their social behaviors? And in what way? And as far as doing things better, we were a very collaboratively built organization, which is now very, very large, large on our scale. And so we can't all make decisions together anymore. But we want to engage all of these people who are used to doing it yourself together towards solving common goals, also because that's how we keep our staff so small. A huge amount of the work is done by volunteers. So how do we actually engage these people effectively in collaborative decision-making and problem-solving towards a common goal? And then as we spread this model to other people, we don't just want to give them, okay, take these tools and this square footage and put it into your space. The reason why Artisans Asylum has been so successful is that people showed up and made it what they wanted. So how do we communicate that? How do we share that information effectively with those people and gather the experience of everybody who's doing this work around the country, but also inspire people to be creative and dynamic about it rather than just, oh, take this structure. So if you are interested in any of those projects or questions, please feel free to contact us. I'm sorry that my contact information is not on there, but artisansasylum.com is our website. You can reach me at the outreach@artisansasylum.com email address, and our Twitter handle is @artisansasylum. Any questions?
Could you put up your questions again?
Sure. Well, thank you all very much. Oh, yeah, okay, question.
So there are a number of these spaces in other cities. Is there a broader community trying to share expertise and community development knowledge you've learned?
Yes. Maker Media is doing a lot of work on this, trying to spread the makerspace model and engage a lot of people in sharing their information about their experiences putting these spaces together. It has been difficult to succeed in getting everybody in the same place, again, in part because these are all DIYers, so everybody wants to do it their own way. So it's one of the challenges to solve is that there are lots of people who are kind of recreating the wheel all simultaneously right now. How do we combine those efforts? Yeah, in the back.
Could you talk a bit about your funding model? How do you support these activities? And
Sure.
one of the things about making these machines, right? And
Yeah.
machines require maintenance and everything, including capital investment.
It's an extremely expensive service to provide. So co-working when it's just office space is pretty easy. Co-working when it's manufacturing is really challenging. Right now, we are 95% funded by earned revenue, even though we are a 501c3 charitable nonprofit. So that's about 40% memberships, 25% rental spaces, those studios and storage spaces, 25% are educational programming, and then about 5% support, public support, not from government currently. We have some small family foundations, individual contributions, and we have a number of very high-profile software sponsors in the CAD and CAM and controls world. Anything else? Did I see a flicker? Well, thank you very much.